Shalom. Call hello Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai by Shema Kakadash. Peace and blessings and love to the Father of lights and to his beloved Son. All praises due. Peace and blessings to you out there, Royal House, and you sons, daughters, and elect of Israel. This is another message of daily edification. Just another video. Time is winding down. Hope y'all ready, man. Hope y'all ready. All right. Our time of departure is fastly approaching. But before that, we're gonna have to go through a little time of very little to no communication. But y'all will be fine. Just trust in everything you learn and don't let go of it. That's all I can tell you. If you're somebody that's easily swayed, you've been taught how to feed yourself, man. Hope y'all been taking notes and writing things down and just, staying on point where you can edify yourself until it's time. Because let me tell y'all something. When this goes down, it's going to hit hard and fast. Okay? You think about it. Look what happened after C-19, right? What happened? People started doing things thinking that they were going to, they just did things because they wanted things to go back to what it was, and they had no idea that you was never going to see that again, man. That's over with. You're not going to see that again. Those days are dead and gone, and they would never come back. And these people couldn't accept that, which caused them, they made a permanent choice, all right, for a temporary, they made a temporary choice for a permanent situation. They thought by doing what this government wanted them to do and everything, things was going back, and they had no idea. That was it, man. So it only progressed and got worse, because after that, now you end up here. Wasn't no ICE back then. Wasn't nobody getting, grabbed up and stolen and taken out of here, man. That all morphed from what happened before. Okay? So just so you know, fear not. Don't be afraid of the things that you're going to see and hear. All right? Don't be afraid of that. You keep your eyes, all right, on the mountain at all times. All right? Don't be afraid. That's all I can tell you. Because faith and fear cannot inhabit the same body. You either going to believe or you not, man. Now, I've been on y'all ass for how many years? You can do this. You can do this. If you ain't learned nothing else from me, you can do this. All right? Now, when this time comes, it's going to hit hard and fast. You're going to start seeing things closing down, businesses closing, money going to be affected, bank accounts are going to start getting raided and pillaged, which is what they doing now, shutting people's shit down. Lines are going to start getting longer. All right? Food is going to become scarce. All right? Around here, where I'm at, guess what? They just shut down all the Rite Aids. All of them. Okay? All we got left now is one Walgreens. And I think CVS is still up for now. But I'm pretty sure they're going to close that too. You want to know why? Because Walgreens, they already got it set up where you can wave your hand and go in. Okay? So that's going to be the only store. They ain't going to need all of these stores because they don't want you getting any pharmaceuticals, right? No headache medicine, no cough medicine, nothing to break up the phlegm in you, none of that. None of that. They finna take all of that away, and you finna get down with this beast system in order to get anything. You ain't going to be able to get a cough drop, okay? But before it gets that bad, all of y'all that are down with me, you're going to make it out. I'm finna show you how. All right? We got a few scriptures to go through. All right? Let's go to Matthew chapter 16. We'll start there. And we've read this, but I'm finna line it up a little different way now. All right? And Simon Peter answered and said, Thou art the Hamashiach, the Son of the living God. This is Matthew 16:16, verse 17. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood have not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. Verse 18. And I say also unto thee, that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. So, Yahushua had already told Peter that he was going to be the rock that Yahushua built his kingdom on. Okay? Look at verse 19. And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever shall be loosed on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Now, when it says bind, all right, let me all right. To bind means to tie, to fasten. All right. And it also means to fasten with chains, to throw into chains. All right. So when this is the Greek translation. But when do y'all know that, okay, let's just say I agree, we have a business arrangement, right? So you have to have a contract, right? It's a contract. That's all a covenant is. It's a contract. And a contract is between two parties, all right? At least two parties. Could be three, but it's between at least two parties, right? So everything that's on there is written out, then you both sign it. Once you do that, that means that the contract is binding. It's binding. It's joined together, right? Now let's go on back to here. Matthew chapter 16. 16 verse 19. And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom, right? And whatsoever you shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. And whatsoever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Salah. And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven. And whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. And whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. So, when you bind something, when you bind with somebody on a contract, if you get out of the contract, then they say you're loose from the contract. Like, I don't know, you buy a car, right? That contract is binding. So, because you signed it, you're expected to carry it out, right? Now, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all about this list that I have. Is really a book. Let me show you what I mean. Let's go to Daniel chapter 12. Daniel 12 and 1. It says, and at that time, what time? The time that I told you that it's finna get real bad, real fast, right? Real bad, real fast. Okay. When it gets so bad, that the Most High says, okay, it's time for me to release y'all. This is what happens. In order for you to have been released, you have to have a king to do that. Okay? You had to. Camp leaders can't release you from captivity. Only a king can. Okay? And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, ever to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So it's saying that Michael has to have a book. So Michael got a book. I showed it to you. Some of y'all just don't believe. You that damn dumb. You know, but it's okay. You're going to find out. That book is valid. And when he said, whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, because your name is on there, all right, we are in a contract. I'm obligated when the power comes to this house to pull you out of here. That's how you're going to get out. Most of y'all know how it's going to be done, all right? But for those of y'all that are new, I told you, just going to have to trust me. But some of y'all are holding back. Some of y'all are sending in your info, but you're leaving back your phone number, leaving back your address, so that's cool. So when the shit don't work out, don't get mad at nobody but yourself, all right? I told you what to do, and you're not fucking doing it because you want to sit back. Well, I don't know if I trust him. You know, I'm just going to go ahead and wait and see. And by you waiting to see, you're going to miss it. Yeah. Then you're going to be crying. I'm telling you, man, this is real, right? So, it says, whatever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. Every name that's on that list, minus the ones that I omit myself, because you're disobedient and you've been a fucking demon, I'm obligated. I don't give a damn where you are. Puerto Rico, Hawaii, the UK. If you a believer and you in this body, okay, you are obligated to be delivered, period. Right? Only thing is, you got to be part of the tribes. Right? Heathens are going to serve as handmaids and you know, like that when this turns over. But for the most part, you're obligated to get a bus out of here and get away from the chaos that's going to ensue. Okay? So, there's a book, right? And if you're not on it, it's not my problem. I don't want your money. Look, I'm all going to get money and the money disappearing. All right, they finna go digital. You really think this is a scam? Let me show y'all something. How do y'all think this is going to come to pass? Let's go to Isaiah 65. Verse 11. How do you think this is going to happen? This has not happened yet, and it has to come to pass. Look at verse 11. But you are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering onto that number. You worried about everybody else. Oh, well, I can't follow him because they're going to laugh at me. They're going to do this. So you furnish a drink offering to that troop. You listen to what they say, not me, right? Look at verse 12. Therefore, I will number you to the sword. You're not numbered here. You're going one or two places. You're either going to be here or you're going to be out there, okay? Therefore, I will number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter. Now listen to this. Because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. You're hard-headed. But you don't think I have authority like that because you're looking at me. You're looking at my humanity and not divinity. I know that's going to piss some people off. We got people on here right now just watching this to hear what I say, and they probably kicking their table over right now. Man, who the fuck this nigga think he is, man? But the man, what the fuck that? Get mad. Get mad. But how else is he going to do it? Right? Verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, and you going to be hungry. My servant shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. My servant shall rejoice, and you going to be ashamed. You're going to be ashamed when this shit goes down. My servant shall sing for joy of heart, but you shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord power shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name. You're going to die. You're going to die. See? Because you don't believe. You think it's a joke. You really believe that you're going to talk to the Father of lights when he's in heaven? You have to come down, man. You got to have a face-to-face with you. Right? Face-to-face. Let me give you some proof. Let's go to Ezekiel 20. Verse 33. As I live, saith the Lord power, surely, that means it's going to be done, with a mighty hand, with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out, will I rule over you. And I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered, with a mighty hand, and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face. What is face to face? Y'all think face to face means, oh, he's in the sky, and you can't see him, you can't talk to him, but it's face to face. He's telling your stupid ass right now he was going to be here. All right, so back to the book. Daniel 12. Verse 1. And at that time shall thy people be delivered, everyone that should be found written in the book. The book binds you to get out of here. Okay? Like I said, if you ain't good standing, if you ain't been a bitch or a fucking asshole. So we've had many. The rest of y'all, some of y'all got, some hiccups, some things that need to be worked out, but nothing for your salvation to be took over. Some of y'all got some work. I think everybody does. But for the most part, you believe. And by showing you believe, you be obedient and do what I told you to do. Some of y'all just sending your email. That ain't going to work. Right? Got to have two ways to contact you and one way to even know where you are. If you don't want me to have that, then, hey. Right? If you don't think this is real, why are you wasting your time here? Okay? I ain't asking for no money. I ain't saying, no, I ain't TD Jaking you. I ain't TD Jaking you. My brothers and sisters, all you need to do is smash that like button and give me $10 to join the list. It's only going to come around once. Ain't nobody done that shit. This is free. Nigga, woman, free. Okay? But you're scared. See? That's why the scripture says the fearful and unbelieving shall all have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone. Right? Now, luckily for you, that ain't going to be your lot. What's going to happen is, I'm going to tell y'all what's going to happen, all right? Let me tell you what's going to happen. If you don't do it, right, all Judah is going to be saved. Because Judah was never divorced. That's the word I'm looking for. So, Judah and Israel is two different things. What's going to happen with Judah is, if you don't get picked up, All right. When this goes down, then Psalms 110:3 going to kick into place. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. Now, that's cool. You're going to learn the truth one day. You're going to learn how stupid you was by not taking this offer. But if you don't, you're still going to find out after it goes down, and then you're going to miss it. And then what's going to happen after that? Well, you're going to be out here with all of the shit. Okay? You're going to have to take the mark to eat. All right? And if you don't, you're going to die horrible deaths. Okay? You're going to have to pledge allegiance to Yahushua after that. Okay? You have to pledge allegiance to him. And, you know, you're going to have to prove it by not taking this mark. Okay? And you're going to have to wait out 42 months. Let me show you what I mean. Go back to Isaiah 65. And look what he says in verse 12. He said, therefore, I will number you to the sword. Why? Look at verse 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering to that number. Okay, so if that's the case, let's go to Revelation chapter 11, verse 1. He said, and there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood, saying, rise and measure the temple of the power, and the altar, and them that worship therein. But the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall they tread down under foot 42 months. So he said that the court which was out the temple, don't measure it. You're going to be out there. That's why he said, I'm going to number you to the sword. The sword is not going to exist in the holy mountain. It's going to exist on the outside perimeters of the holy mountain. That's going to be the wilderness. And that's where you're going to be, because you will not be safely inhabiting the holy city. See? Come on, man. Who telling y'all this? Who? Find somebody. Who telling you this shit, man? All right? If the Spirit of the Lord wasn't on me, I wouldn't be telling you. I'm just a dumbass garbage man, all right? That's it. A truck driver. A meathead. How the fuck would I know this if the Most High wasn't speaking to me, through me, to you? And you still sit there. Yeah, it sounds good, but I'm going to wait and see, man. You going to wait and see and miss the damn train. Let me show you how much sense that makes. That makes as much sense as standing at a train station. You got a ticket in your hand, but you won't get on the train. You see it there and you're like, yeah, it pulled up, but I'm going to see if it pull off for it first before I get on. Some of y'all, man, I'm telling you. But what I want to show y'all, we already hit up Daniel chapter 12, right? Now, let me show you the difference. I'm in Philippians 4:3. And I entreat thee also, true yoke fellow, help those women which labored with me in the gospel, with Clement also, and with other my fellow laborers, whose names are in the book of life. Revelations 3:5. He that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white raiment, and I will not blot out his name out of the book of life, but will confess his name before my Father and before his holy angels. Revelations 13:8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. Revelation 17:8. The beast that saw us thou sawest, and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was, and is not, and yet is. All right. Revelations 20 and 15. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Now that's northern kingdom. Revelations 21, 27. And there shall in no wise enter into it anything that defileth, neither whatsoever worketh abomination or maketh a lie, but they which are not written in the Lamb's book of life. All right. So, Revelations 22 and 19, last one. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, power shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book. Now, let's go back to Daniel 12. Look what it says near the bottom, and I'm starting almost all the way down when it says, even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Notice it does not say the book of life. It just says the book. Look, man, show y'all something. This is the book, all right? This is the book, all right? This is the book. It's not the book of life. It's the book. You know why? Because if you on here, listen, if you on here, you understand what I'm saying, you believe what I'm saying, you don't think I'm a charlatan or a shyster trying to get over on you, all right, and take your damn cereal and milk or whatever the fuck else you think. If you can get this through your thick, galvanized ass skull, all right, that I ain't lying to you, and you on that list, then that's the book. You already got eternal life. All right? Yahweh Shai got the book of life. Judah don't need a book of life because Judah was never divorced. Do y'all get it? Do y'all get it? All right. It's going to be your loss, but I'm going to tell y'all something. Look, when I say I'm going to finish up strong, I'm finishing up strong, man. I'm going to be on y'all to the very end. Because when it all goes down, I'm not going to have to look to the left or to the right and say, did I do everything I could to get these hard-headed ass niggas to the point? Did I do it? I'm not quitting and choking up now. No. I go hard to the end. I'm going to keep reaching my arm out to you. Because once that arm is withdrawn, it'll never be offered again. This is the only time in history you're going to be able to get this. So, there's a book and a book of life. The book of life is for the northern kingdom because they're rebels. Right? The Father will never be over them again. Those are Yahweh Shai's people. He's over them because he died for them, because he's the one that led them into apostasy. That's why the scripture says, let me see, is it John 14, 13? John 14. I think it's 14 and 30. Yeah. Yahweh Shai said, hereafter I will not talk to you much with you, for the prince of this world comes, and have nothing in me. See? That means that me having nothing in him, he gonna rule his kingdom the way he sees fit. He's a king, right? But he submits to the royal house as far as being the father. That's why he says in verse 31, he says in this NLT, but I will do what the Father requires of me so that the world will know that I love the Father. See? But he's a king. Yahweh is a king. All right? But if I ask him to do something, he'll do it. Because he's under that submission. He'll never go against that. Because we both follow the word of the Father of lights. Okay? But to be in his kingdom, it's going to be totally different than being up here. His kingdom's royal, and so is mine. All right? So, if y'all think this is all gibberish, man, I don't know why you waste your time, man. Just get ready and go get the mark now so you can get your ass whooped. But you're not going to do it. But guess what? That's the end of this video. All right? The book of life. Okay? So, all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shai. This is your King and Shepherd. I will see y'all on the next video. KD out. Shalom.